Come on and fight back. No starting over again. We'll take it right back. From the ones we're against. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last stand.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. Let's get right into a pretty entertaining episode of Friday Night SmackDown. What did you think of the show, Matthew?
I thought the show was actually refreshing, dude. Like we have SmackDowns that kind of drag, and especially with Triple H now in control of creative, I think it just was fresh, and especially Braun Strowman returning, dude. It just was something, and I think the way they kicked it off, they did it right. They did Brawling Brutes versus Imperium, so you know what? I'm gonna take it, especially after Sheamus and Gunther's showdown at Clash of the Castle.
Oh, that was
Give
awesome.
us more, right? Give us more, and that's what I'll take. Imperium scored the win. It was a right call. Just a great start to the show. A fantastic match, just a nice hot crowd, continued the feud between the trios and proved that there is still, some considerable demand for Sheamus versus Gunther once more.
Oh, absolutely, man. This was a great physical match to start off. I like these trios going at it, man. It was just nice and physical and exactly what we need to start off SmackDown.
Yep. Our next segment of the night, man, I just love Sami Zayn. I do, but the Undisputed W Tag Team Champions, still your tag team champions, the Usos and Sami Zayn hit the ring, introducing their newest member of the bloodline, their twins, younger brother, Solo Sikoa. So, you know, he kind of issued a warning to the WWE roster, kind of makes the bloodline stronger. Drew McIntyre actually responded, rushing the ring and then chasing everybody off with a steel chair, but he actually threw down a challenge and Sikoa accepted. So I think we're going to get that for our main event later in the night. So tune in for that because that certainly did not disappoint that main event. What I want to talk about next, Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez versus Toxic Attraction. Now, the titles were not on the line here. So I'm happy they put them in a scheduled matchup in the middle of the show, more so at the beginning. Jane and Dolan, man, they really control the majority of this match. I have
Oh,
high hopes for them for the
absolutely.
future, but I think Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah, I just see them, really just powering through the women's division for quite some time. As even though they did get a win, I'm happy to see them, reign supreme.
Oh yeah, and I really appreciate that Triple H is really trying to put some shine on the SmackDown women's titles. Excuse me, the tag team championships.
Yeah.
But you know what? Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez, I like the team. I've said it since day one, and I hope they hold the titles for a long time.
I do too, and I have hope for them. Now, our next match up, Fatal Five Way number one contendership elimination match. Winner faces Liv Morgan. So, this was a pretty good match actually. Natalia, Lacey Evans, Xia Li, what was it?
Ronda
Sonya
Rousey.
Deville and Ronda Rousey. Especially all the women in this match. I know who's gonna win. But we did have a tease of the reunion between Baszler. So I and Ronda Rousey. So I don't know. I think we might be able to see some new duo in WWE. So Ronda Rousey
Imagine those two
defeated.
going after the tag team championships.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey with the win, defeating all women, becoming the number one contender versus Liv Morgan. Our
Yeah.
next segment, Street Profits and Hit Row versus Maximum Male Models and
Oh,
Los
this was
Lothario's.
hilarious. This was
Oh my
great.
God. It was just a lot of fun, all four competitors and kind of a tease of a side brawl between B-Fab and Maxine Dupree. It just was a nice addition to the chaotic conclusion. You know what I mean? Hit Row and the Street Profits defeating Los Lotharios and Maximum Male Models as I expected.
Yeah, Hit Row actually undefeated on their SmackDown run, man. We'll have to see which team defeats them first. You know what would be a good match? The Street Profits versus Hit Row, man. That would be a good one. So I'd be here for it.
That would be good. And I think sooner than later we are going to see it. Now, wow, dude, Braun Strowman. He's bigger, he's better than ever, just
Someone's ready to get these hands.
he just especially after just demolishing all his opponents or just everybody on Monday Night Raw. He had to do that once more, kind of coming down, making sure everybody knows he's the monster among men, just power bombing Otis. This just was it just was
He got
crazy.
that 400 pounder up like it was nothing, man. It was incredible to see.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And our main event was even crazier. Drew McIntyre versus Solo Sikoa. Um, yeah, I a great match. Honestly, interference by the Usos and Sami Zayn before the Street Profits arrived to actually even everything up. McIntyre leveling Street Profits with a Claymore. Just it was a good match. The Street Profits actually make the save. Even though all men were ringside, it kind of was a good build. The match was good, but it ended in a no contest actually. So the stuff with Cross to kind of close out the show, it was good, and the crowd was kind of red hot. Kieran Cross obviously making a return to SmackDown, kind of leveling the game play. But I give it a thumbs up. I really do, and I think we just have more coming for Drew McIntyre, especially Kieran Cross too.
Yeah, man, I could see them facing off at Extreme Rules for a number
Yep.
one contenders match or something like that. But one thing's for sure, SmackDown was just action packed. Great matches throughout the night. Let us know what you guys thought about the show. Always like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys Tuesday with a Monday Night Raw recap. Peace out.
Adios.
Come on and fight.